How y'all doing? You know, it's your boy. So ice away. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is, man. So ice away, goddamn, in the building, man. Craig goddamn show, man. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy, man. So ice the goddamn way, man. Somebody tell them sign this nigga, man. Please, man. Tell this nigga Gucci sign this nigga, man. Long time coming, man. Fuck his drummer, man. God damn, motherfucker, man. I'm gonna leave him. They gonna leave him gone, man.
Tonight, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
Goddamn it, dog. He ain't throwing that motherfucking down, nigga. Wow, man. Had to keep it motherfucking wow, motherfucking gotta put the body now. Got some motherfucking shit up in the body, give you that.
It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Chicago Bears.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And it's third down.
From the gun, Fulton.
Oh.
Throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And brought it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the ball, not just getting after the quarterback, but the balls in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Chicago works their way back on the field here for their second drive of the game. Yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second down, it's Montgomery. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On third down, Fulton. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception and a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with. Get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw on third down. Man. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10. Man. And the coverage terrific there as it's knocked down and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, I'm going to have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Operating from the gun. Man, with Charles in the pass. And he
Big man!
It's their quarterback. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Devon.
He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change.
That's what they always say at the end of the drive.
For those legs, as well as
and my man got like over 500 yards rushing. That's what they talking about. That's why we 5-0. That nigga runs that ball. And run over shit. Fuck is he talking about? Big man. Yeah.
After the touchdown.
That's why I already know that nigga name. I didn't know his first name. First name Big. Nigga, fuck you talking about?
And this
last name Man.
Returnable at Gets out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Number 32.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bears nothing.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off play action. Fulton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 3rd and short.
You think he was going to get there?
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He finds an opening past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On first down, man, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd down.
On 2nd down now. Hurst about 3 yards there to the 27.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
3-yard line.
From the gun. Man, under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Montez Sweat in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
What the fuck? How the fuck he played for with Khalil Mack on the other side? The fuck out of here, me boy.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd down, Hurst, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Man, flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, man. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Well, the D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want, they go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it, got right to the quarterback, no chance on that 4th down.
Throwing again, Fulton. That's caught by Montgomery. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Fulton. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark. And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it. Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Operating from the gun. Man, flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield and found him complete. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it. But drop it there. Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass. As good as a sack? Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at the 42-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky. Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there. Throwing on 1st down, Fulton. And this will be caught by Mooney. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing again on 2nd down, Fulton. And he finds Montgomery complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. From the gun, Fulton. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Taco Charlton gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's right. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At their own 19-yard line.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, and it's third down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off near the 29. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. 23-yard line. So here are the Colts to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Buying time to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
At the 40-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off the play fake. Fulton. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. Off play action. Fulton. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Back now in Indianapolis. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, Fulton. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. And the Colts pick it up. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security. And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open. He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it. And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Dancing to his left. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Gardner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz? Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That was a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines. And now it's second down.
Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
Here's Hines. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Now it's Hines. And the Colts are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. First down, Fulton. His throw incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
Oh,
despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. From the gun, Fulton. Now a desperation throw.
Like I said, we don't drop many of them. 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 You gonna keep doing that shit. You're not gonna keep doing.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake
ball
here.
up in the end, they ain't gonna catch that
Didn't you
motherfucker.
feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They made it soft to this one away.
So give me the ball.
They'll run on first down. Hines. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. And they're going to speed things up here.
1-yard line.
Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They run with Hines.
Just because. That's what you're talking about. Because my man won another touchdown.
Nyheim Hines.
What you talking about?
Fourth quarter touchdowns. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Because you want to do the Kevin Hart on a nigga. Let's go, baby. Boost the stats up, baby.
The extra point.
Fuck these niggas. Fuck Khalil Mack. Fuck Khalil Mack.
And that
Bitch
stretches
ass
the
nigga.
lead to 27.
Fuck Khalil
The
Mack. Ain't
drive
never
there
fuck
only spanning 3
bitch ass
plays.
nigga.
And in the end, it's capped off
Go,
by a
go.
7-yard run.
We run this shit. What you talking about? Bitch ass nigga, get the fuck off my
Will
field.
Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown,
Man,
Lutz
man.
to kick it off.
Get shit in the ground.
This one fielded at the 5. Dangerous return and short here.
Hold that nigga up. Hold that nigga
The
up.
return there gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own
Man, take a knee,
33-yard
man.
line.
Man, take a knee, nigga. Man, take a knee, nigga.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
One side.
So for Indianapolis, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they...
That's all, man. In the blowout. Big touchdown. Big defense. Like, did you see that shit? Like, yeah. Big team doing big things. And the bullshit. Undefeated. Yeah. Big wrestling yards. Yeah, all the teams. Right. Fucking. That mean in the South. You big man? Man, what? you been doing all the time? You playing a great fucking secondary. Bro, you should be like a fucking 87. E. Look, for the fifth year in the same system. Your fifth year. Listen, man. 50 year tournament. This is 68, dog. He's 93. Come on, bro. You ain't half of that, though. That's what he is. Bro. I don't really think. Like this nigga Tim said, alright. Hey, rookie. What's that? Now rushing, hear him out. It's 53 rushes for 605 yards. 11 yards a carry. 5 touchdowns. He averages 75 yards a game. he 4 or 5 times. 36 yards after contact. Long Jones. about pay now, so man, about for y'all to eat.